friends, it's Terri Gaines, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. In this video, I'm going to share my pre-order from Stampin' Up's September through December 2025 mini catalog and their September online exclusives. The first suite I have here is an online exclusive. This product will be available to customers starting September 3rd. The suite is all the product in the suite available with one code number, or you can buy them individually. The bundle is bundled for a 10% savings, the stamp set and the dies. The stamp set has 13 images and the dies have 11 images. I've stamped them on a sampler so you can see the sentiments you get in the stamp set, a couple backgrounds, all of these images, and these images can be cut out with the dies, plus there's some additional dies in this bundle. This is a duplicate die, so you can cut out two of those images at the same time. The suite includes an embossing folder. This is the Gathering Leaves embossing folder. It has this really subtle design, which will be great for so many paper crafting projects. It includes this combo package of some twine. You have early espresso and old olive, so this will be great for any of your paper crafting projects as well. The spotlight in this bundle or this suite is the designer series paper. It's a specialty paper. It's got a metallic design on it, and it's got this, there's six double-sided designs. You get two each in the package, so 12 altogether. So front side, and that's the back side. You have front side of this design. Now these first three designs are the very same print, but they are just done in different colors. Absolutely beautiful, the color combination. That's the back side. Then you have this beautiful subtle design. This is the back side of beautiful plaid. Here you have a beautiful plaid with the metallic, and then a early espresso. And then you have this image, and this is the back side. It's going to be great, as I mentioned, so many different paper crafting projects. Now this next suite, I'm just gonna go through these. Some of them I have card samples further down in my stack, but I'm just gonna go through this so you can kind of get a sneak peek what's coming up. This next suite is called the, let me get the right name here. It is the Elegant Pine Snowflakes. And it is elegant pine and snowflakes. It's obviously with the name, but it's like amazing. There's so many parts to this. So as I mentioned, a suite is getting everything with one code number, designer series paper, the bundle, the embellishments, and the ribbon with one code, or you can buy them separately. The bundle is a stamp set with 14 images, and there's 22 dies in this bundle. And I made another sampler here. You have 3 sentiments. You have all of these images that can be cut out with the die. Now this snowflake can be cut out with the die, but you also have another die that will cut out the center of that snowflake, and that's the same right here. One die that cuts out all of those berries, and you have 3 of these snowflakes. There's going to be so many things you can do with this, and it coordinates beautifully with the designer series paper. The designer series paper I'll show you in a moment, but the dies will also cut out the designer series paper. All of these images on this paper can be cut out with the dies. Several of them on this paper can be cut out with the dies, and all of them on this paper can be cut out with the dies. Plus you can go to more detail. The small die will cut out the center of the snowflake, vice versa. That will cut that. So much you can do with this. It has these beautiful embellishments. These are called the faceted snowflakes, 3 different colors and 2 different sizes. You have this beautiful shaded spruce ribbon. This ribbon is 7/8 of an inch in 7/8 inch width. It's got a metallic stitched on it, absolutely beautiful, and it's going to be great for packaging or bows. It makes beautiful bows, and it's going to be so fun to create with. So we have that in the suite. The designer series paper is 12 by 12. This design has a big snowflake here, It's going to be great for so many different paper crafting projects. Here's another print, and that's the back side. This is the print I shared. You can cut out the snowflakes and lots of different parts of the snowflake. And that's the back side. Beautiful designs. You've got this print. Love the richness of this paper. This is the back side. I didn't test this, but I'm pretty sure you could cut out that snowflake and that one and the little snowflakes. Goodness, so much to this. Love it. All of these images can be cut out with the dies. And you got this back side. And then this is another one that I shared with you that several of these images can be cut out with the dies. And that's the back side. Beautiful designer series paper, very rich in color. So the next suite I'm going to share with you is also an online exclusive. So these first three suites are online exclusives. So it has embellishments, a bundle. The bundle is this stamp set, 8 images, and the dies have 11 dies to them. And here's my sampler. So you have these sentiments, 4 sentiments, a couple other stamps. These 2 can be cut out with the dies. Plus you have all these dies to create ornaments or other things. Now there are these gold rings. There are 10 in the package. They're fairly good size, and these can be you can create ornaments with this. I haven't had time to play with this yet, but as soon as I have projects, I will share them on my blog and YouTube channel. Beautiful. And then you have this black and white and gold baker's twine, and that's going to coordinate so beautifully with this. So as I mentioned, this is the dies in the stamp, or maybe I think I shared that with you already. Now this die cuts out this pattern, but you also get those little ornaments. This one, these 2 dies are to cut those out, but maybe you can do things with that. So vice versa on that. And beautiful, beautiful bundle. The designer series paper's got a gold design to it. This one is black with gold stars. The back side has some black and white trees. Very elegant looking paper. You've got the front side here and the back side here. Looks like I had this upside down or sideways. Here's some gold, black, and white stripes. And then you've got this background side. You've got this very subtle design. And then you've got this design on the back. You've got this beautiful tree design. The dies do not cut this out, but you can use punches and dies to cut this out. Polka dots on the back side. Then you've got these beautiful gold and white ornaments, and you've got that on the back side. So those 3 suites are part of the online exclusive. This next suite is in the mini catalog, and this is a mega suite. With the 1 code number, you're going to get specialty paper, embellishments, a folder. You're going to get some ribbon and 2 bundles. So let's see, what should I start with? I'll start with this bundle. This is the Christmas greenery. There's 12 images in the stamp set, 12 dies in the die set. And here's my sampler. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stamps. The dies will cut out these 2 images, plus you get all of these designs, and it cuts out these images. What I did for this is the same stamped image, but I took all of these elements and colored them in by inking and stamping in different colors. And the same with here. This larger poinsettia goes right here, and you can stamp all of that. Plus you can cut out the designer series paper. There are these 2 elements that the dies will cut out the designer series paper. I only have 1 card made with this. I'll show you that in a moment. The other bundle is the traditional labels, 15 images. I did not stamp these, but you have 7 dies, and I did stamp those. I'm not sure if it's going to show up in the camera, but they all have stitching or designs around them. Very elegant, very unique, and I just love this for so many other paper crafting projects as well. So this is dies you can purchase on their own, or you can purchase the stamp set with it. The embellishments in this suite are a sparkling, what are they? Traditional sparkling sequins. And they are, what, 4 different colors, 3 different sizes, and they're pretty flat. They're going to be great for so many of our projects. The embossing folder is absolutely beautiful. It is the traditional wreath 3D embossing folder. Hopefully you can see in the video the detail on this. It's fairly large. This is probably 5.5 or 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I'll show you a card in a moment that I created with that. So we have that, and this is the designer series paper. As I showed you, this is one print that the die will cut out every image on this paper. We have 3 different color flower images, very versatile paper. That's the back side. The dies will also cut out this image, which is several places on this designer series paper. It will cut out just the flower without the greenery on that piece. And this is the back side. We've got this print, absolutely beautiful in person. That's the back side. This is absolutely beautiful with this gold detail, and that's the back side. And then we have this print. That's the back side, is a plaid. This is the 6th print. So 6 double-sided prints, and you get 2 of each. And this is the only card I've made with this suite so far. Here, this fold has that designer series, or the embossing folder. Can you see how I did that card? I did the embossing folder and scored it. And this is the designer series paper. And these dies are from another set that I don't think I've shared with you yet, another bundle. So I'll show you that. Goodness, lots to show, but lots of beautiful things. I hope you're enjoying this video and finding it of value. So this next suite of product, one code number gets you everything, or you can purchase it individually. This is the Jolly Delivery, North Pole Delivery Suite. It is the Jolly Delivery Bundle. The stamp set has 16 images, and the dies have 13 dies. So I created a sampler here to help show that. We have all of these sentiments in the stamp set. You have all of these images that can be cut out with the dies. This is one stamp and one die that cuts out those 4 envelopes. You have these 3 dies, which are actually the closure to this little box. So you have a die that will cut out the box. And then you have a heart that you could put here. It's got, see those little notches? You just notch that right there, get that all lined up. You can use the heart, the circle, or a star. When you cut that out, you automatically get the cut. It cuts it out, creates the score lines, creates this little closure that will create this little box. So you have a little closure here that will close the box. So I've just made this sampler so far. I haven't made an actual box, but a couple of Ghirardelli chocolates will fit in there. And then you just close or pinch that to get it open. It's a resealable little treat box. The designer series paper, so as I mentioned, you got your choice on the closure. For the ribbon, let's see, did I show you? I think this ribbon went to the last suite. This goes with that designer series paper suite. This is a real red, shiny ribbon. It is, let's see, half-inch wide. It's very nice. It's going to make beautiful bows, nice for packaging and your cards. And then this suite has this white ribbon. This is a fluffy trim, and it is 3/8 of an inch in width, and there's a back side, and then there's a front side that's just like its name. It's a fluffy design, or fluffy trim. You have these embellishments. There's 4 different colors, 2 different sizes, 200 altogether. They're called deer dots. So this is part of this bundle or suite. Now, I mentioned one suite will get you everything. If it's available at the time you're placing your order, you can order the items individually as well. The designer series paper has double-sided prints. It's 12 by 12 in size. You get 2 of this print, 2 each of that double-sided print. You get 2 each of this double-sided print. You get 2 each of this double-sided print. 2 each of this double-sided print. Some of these images can be cut out with the dies. I'll point those out in a moment. That's the other side. You have 2 each of this double-sided print. Some of these can be cut out with the dies as well. That's the back side. And then you have 1 die cut sheet. I adhered all of mine to a real red cardstock, but this is already die cut for you, and you just punch those out. So you have 1 sheet of all of these images and 1 sheet of all of these images. Now the designer series paper I mentioned can be cut out with some of the dies. So for example, there's a couple images that can be cut out here, this one, and then there's this cat, and then there is this bear that can be cut out. And I think that would be a fox, or I don't know, maybe something else. And then the mailbox. So there's a few items that images you can cut out with the dies. So that's going to be so fun to create with. Now, as I mentioned, this is items that I purchased. I haven't had a lot of time to make cards yet, but I'm sharing a few. I have 1 card with this suite. Now, this suite is absolutely beautiful in person. It is the Peace on Earth bundle, but part of the Peaceful Garden suite. So the bundle has the stamp set and the dies. There are 9 images or sentiments in the stamp set. So I've stamped all of those. And with the dies, there are 8 dies. Now I shared that card with you earlier. These dies I used right here are these 2 dies. I used them for that card. So they nest beautifully together. You have these 2 doves, these elements, a couple envelopes, and then these 2 dies. Absolutely beautiful. It's going to be fun to create with. This also has an embossing folder, and I did create a card. Can you see that embossing folder? Now that embossing folder has this labeled image, and these 2 labeled dies work really well. I did add Winkastella to the doves, and I just put a little dot of the Misty Moonlight to create an eye for those 2. But this embossing folder is so beautiful, and it's versatile. It does not have to be for the holidays. Absolutely loved creating with that. The embellishments in this suite are called Hues of Blue Flowers. You have 4 different colors, 2 different sizes. Total, there are 160 altogether. So that's part of the suite, along with this beautiful ribbon. This ribbon is, I'm going to say Misty Moonlight in color, but I might be, yeah, Misty Moonlight in silver. And it is so soft and pretty, and it's a satin ribbon. And I think it's probably 5/8 of an inch in width. And let's see if I can tell you that quickly. It is 1/2 inch in width. So that is really beautiful. That's part of the suite. The designer series paper has these beautiful designs on it. You got 2 each. They're 12 by 12 in size. You get 6 different double-sided designs. You got this beautiful design with the doves, and that's the back side. Another beautiful greenery design. Whoops, it just slid off the table. And then you have this design. You have this beautiful design, and that's the back side. You have this beautiful design. This is the back side. Now also part of the suite is this glimmer paper. They're 12 by 12 in size. You have silver and a couple different blue colors. This is not part of the bundle, but I did, or the collection. I did want to tell you that with this, there is 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock that has 6 colors that coordinate with the designer series paper. It's a great way to get a multicolored cardstock, is to get the assorted packages of the designer of the two-tone cardstock. Now this next suite I'm sharing with you, I already did a sneak peek video on this, so I have lots of projects for this. I'll link in the text portion of this video a link to the video that I showcase, I think, several cards with this. But this is a mega suite as well. It's in the mini catalog. You get 2 bundles. You get the Amber Autumn bundle with stamp set and dies, and the Autumn Trees stamp set and dies. So let me quickly show you a little bit. This is the stamp set stamped. You get all of these images you can cut out, plus these images with that bundle. This is the Autumn Trees. The the Amber Autumn has this dies that will cut out those 2 images plus this. As I mentioned, I have another video that I shared samples with this, which I think you're going to like. The embellishments are the streaked dots, 2 different sizes, or there might be 3. I think there's only 2 different sizes, 176 altogether. And then this trim is really unique. It's an irregular weave. It is 3/8 of an inch, and it is a irregular weave, and it's almost starched-like material. Actually really going to be fun to create with. The designer series paper, you get 4 each of the, 3 each of the 4 different designs. So this is one print. You get 3 sheets of this, front side, back side. You get front side, back side of print number 2, 3 of this one, front side, back side, and then you get front side, back side, plus there is this earth toned foil copper, or foiled earth tone. I'm sorry, I might have the name wrong, but it's a beautiful foiled design for that. All right, I'm getting close to the end. I think I just have 1 more suite and 3 bundles. Now I have lots of samples with this one. I saved some of my favorites. Oh my goodness, they're all my favorites, but I absolutely am loving this suite. This suite is called the Lights of Aurora suite. There is a bundle, ribbon, embellishments for this bundle or this suite, but the bundle has a stamp set with 11 sentiments. So I've stamped those, and you can just build your images, sentiments as you would like wishing you a year of wonder, a year of magic. You decide how you want to put those together. There are 9 dies. So what I did here was I stamped all 9 dies. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Did it get you on the camera? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is a beautiful sample in the catalog that I duplicated. I'll show you that. That shows all 9 of these dies. So you can create with this how you would like. Along with those products, there are these really beautiful embellishments. They are called the Frosted Iridescent Dots, and you have 4 different colors, 2 different sizes. Really, really pretty. The ribbon is a balmy blue. It is, oh goodness, 1/2 inch sheer ribbon, and it's really pretty. Very, very pretty. So we have that. The designer series paper is 6 by 6 in size. There's 8 each of 6 double-sided prints, and you have all of these beautiful designs. I really like the fronts, but I also found the backs of these papers very versatile when I created my card samples. So you have all of these. So those are the 6 designs, and this is part of the Lights of Aurora collection. Now, I did start out by creating a couple cards using the very first designer series paper I showed you from the Gathering. This was the Gathering Moments designer series paper, and I cut out the different images. I also used the folder in that suite. So those 2 are from that suite. This is a sample that I duplicated or was inspired by the sample that's in the mini catalog. It uses all of the dies for this and the designer series paper. These prints, other than the white, are the back side or the front side of the papers. And then I created 1 each sample. I included a die from the Autumn Tree dies, these deer. Each one of these 6 different designs that you get in the 6 by 6 paper, I created a card with each one of those designs, and then the rest of the images are the back sides of the paper to get the different colors. So very fun to create with. And then we're moving on. We're getting close to the end. I have 3 bundles I wanted to share with you. Now, this first bundle is the Gingerbread Man. It is in the mini catalog, and there are 15 stamps and 18 images in this. Now, I do have my dies here. So what did I say? 15 stamps and 18 dies. I didn't say that correctly, I'm sorry. I'm kind of trying to rush because I know this is going to be a long video, and I would love for you to watch it from the beginning to the end. So this die here has the scoring element that will cut and score your gingerbread. You have all of these images to help you build things, plus 4 different facial expressions. And this die will allow you to cut part of the cookie like someone ate it. You've got some sentiments and then some builder images. Now, what I did was I did create 2 card samples. I'm going to share those with you. I created one with this die, and then I have a face that I cut out of the paper. I sponged this side to get the contrast, and then I used the adhesive sheet to add a little bit of detail. This is from some product that is online exclusive. It's a standalone product. They are these felt 12 by 12. They're felt 12 by 12 sheets. You get 2 each of, I believe this is cherry cobbler, shaded spruce, and white. And that's what I used for the bow on here. Now with that, you have 1 die that creates the 3 elements for the bow, and you just stack those up. Now this is another sample I created. Remember the doves, the garden of, what was that called? The Peaceful Garden Suite. That that embossing folder is what I used here. And then the dies I have here are in a bundle I'm going to show you in a moment. But this is where I use that felt for the candy dies. For example, when you cut out the die, or let's talk about the candy cane. You cut out this in real red, or the red, and then you cut one out in the white, and then you intermix those. And the same is for this candy here. So you create those, and once I do a video to show you how I created this card, it'll all make sense. But all of these different elements you cut out of different colors, and then you layer them to get your different candy. This is so fun. I just wanted to continue to create, but I had lots of other things to do, so I had to delay on that. Now this is a bundle that's in the mini catalog. It's called Branching Out. I have not stamped all of these images yet, but you get 18 images, lots of really nice sentiments. I'm just like the versatility. You got birthday thinking of you, hello, just all kinds of sentiments here. And then you can build a branch with the pine cone. Now you have these dies that coordinate with it, but these are those dies that I was telling you, that card. I don't know what I just did with that card. I moved it out of reach. Oh, here it is. These here are done with these dies. So you get 2, 4, 6 different dies. Can you see I have a white, black, white, black, white, black to get it nested together. They've got a stitch design around them. So this can be used for many different projects. So this is part of the Branching Out bundle, bundled for 10% savings, or you can purchase them separately. Now my last stamp set I'm going to share with you is pretty amazing. It is called Love and Courage, and this is a stamp set that when you purchase this, Stampin' Up! Is going to give proceeds to the breast cancer research. So this has 8 images. So you've got some sentiments, a heart, the ribbon, and this is 1 stamp. So this is 1 stamp here, but I had fun using it as the 1 stamp, but also stamping it and cutting it apart. So here's 1 stamp. I cut around it. I also loved using that sunflower 3D embossing folder with this. This is currently available, this embossing folder, but I used that for the background. So that's with stamping the 1 image. Here I stamped it and then layered some of the sunflowers. Here's where I cut the sunflowers and then cut them again for the corners. Fussy cut around the images. Here's another one where I've stamped it a couple times. I die cut that. But in some of these, I cut 2 halves, put them together so it looks like a full sunflower. Here's a duplicate of this card with the different colors represent the different types of Cancer, so you can really personalize your cards. And you can turn your cards into thank you cards in different occasions. So it was so fun to create with. I hope you enjoyed this video showing you a lot. I went kind of fast, but the mini catalog comes out September, or is available to order starting September 3rd, and the September online exclusives will be available starting September 3rd. Please reach out to me if you have any questions, and look in the text portion of this video and you will get a direct link to a previous video that I did and to my blog. As I mentioned, reach out if you have any questions. I would love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and take care and happy creating.